There are 6 layers to mastering property investing. I call this the cash flow cube. For most landlords, their portfolio is like a jumbled Rubik's cube. All the right pieces are there, but none of them line up, leaving them with a chaotic mess that literally produces no real results. It's a puzzle that keeps them trapped. They own properties, but due to the associated stress and the problems, it's really more like the properties own them. Their portfolio looks good on paper, but it bleeds cash, leaving them confused and one broken boiler away from a financial crisis. But here's the good news. There is a process, a 6-step sequence that when you apply it, solves the puzzle. It literally aligns every face of the cube, turning that chaotic mess into a perfectly solved cash flowing machine. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the process. I'll walk you through all 6 layers of the cash flow cube, and I'll also give you the tactical keys to solve it. And I can assure you of this one thing. If you can learn to operate at layer 6, you will not only produce financial freedom, you'll also build a real legacy. By the way, my name is Samuel. I used to be a full-time maths teacher and lead practitioner in a school. But by using the system I'm about to share with you, I was able to sack my boss in under 12 months and become financially free from property income. This allowed me for 3 years to host one of the largest property investment networking events in the UK, with over 100 landlords and aspiring investors joining us every single month. This framework is the literal reason why, and it really works. All right, layer 1 is a starting point for everyone. I call this accidental investing. In 2017, a comedian named Michael Dapper created a character called Big Shaq for a YouTube series. Now, as a joke, he did a freestyle rap on the radio, and that sketch, Man's Not Hot, accidentally went viral across the planet. Now, it wasn't supposed to be a hit song. It was a comedy sketch. He suddenly had a global music career he never even planned for, and at the same time, he had to learn very quickly how to manage the accidental success or literally risk it all disappearing. This is similar to what happens to the accidental landlord. They get into property by chance. Maybe they inherit a house or decide to rent out their old one. You see, they have no strategy, they have no system, and no real plan. They are simply reacting. And the danger here is that a portfolio without a plan is like a leaky bucket. It might look full, but it's consistently losing cash through unforeseen costs and poor management. This is how you end up with what I call an ugly deal. A property that looked like it would make money, but it doesn't. It's literally the landlord who gets hit with a £7,000 repair bill that they can't afford, does a cheap fix, gets a worse tenant, and begins the downward landlord spiral. Your first move in solving the cube is stop being accidental. Just like Michael was able to do, you have to decide to become a professional. Layer 2 is when you start taking control. This is independent investing. This is the investor who decides to use their own money to build their portfolio. They're no longer accidental, they are intentional. But this layer has a hidden trap, and it's a trap that snares even experienced investors. I had a client who had come to me with a property portfolio worth 4.4 million in pounds. On paper, she was wealthy, but in reality, she was only taking home about £3,000 a month in terms of cash flow. Imagine that, over £4 million in assets, but still feeling the financial pressure every single month. Why? Because she hadn't learned to distinguish between the 3 types of money in property. She was focused on equity, the money stuck in bricks, and profit from the occasional sell. She was an independent investor, but she was trapped because she wasn't focused on the only type of money that literally creates freedom. That's cash flow. Cash flow is the residual recurring revenue that hits your bank account every single month. It's the engine of your portfolio. To align this face of the cube, you must learn to create cash flow critically. You must analyze every deal, not by its purchase price or by its paper value, but by the real spendable cash it will generate for you month after month. Layer 3 is where you break free from the limits of your own bank account. This is inspiration investing, learning to use other people's money. Now, most people hear that and immediately think, I can't do that. Who would give me money? They're focused on their resources, not their resourcefulness. Let me ask you this. How did you first learn to drive? You didn't already own a car, you used someone else's. A driving instructor's, maybe a family member's. You were resourceful enough to get into their car to learn the skill. Using other people's money is the exact same principle. But to inspire investors, you first need to find great deals. And the best deals do not come from estate agents. They come from service. I call this creating cash flow conscientiously. You see, when I was 11, my mum was made redundant. As a single mother, she struggled to pay the mortgage and had to sell the family home. But the house sat on the market for months, unsold, while her financial situation got worse. She didn't need an agent focused on commissions. She needed a solution. She needed a servant-minded investor to help her. And that is your opportunity. When you focus on solving real problems for real people, you unlock a stream of off-market deals that inspire investors to fund them. Your tactical step here is to become a servant. That's why Jesus said, "He that is greatest among you shall be your servant." That is how you master inspiration investing. Now, layer 4 is where you stop being a solo operator and start becoming a true business owner. This is impactful investing, and it's about leveraging other people's time, talent, and treasure. A solo investor is like a one-man band, frantically trying to play every instrument at once. It's exhausting, and the music is never that good. An impactful investor is the conductor of an orchestra. They bring together specialists, brokers, solicitors, and managers to create a powerful symphony of cash flow. You have the same 24 hours in a day as everyone else. You cannot scale your results without scaling your time. And this is where my Team 10 concept comes in. You see, if you have a team of 10 people, each investing just 4 hours of their time into your business, you have just created a 40-hour workday while your competition is grinding it out all alone. Your business is operating with nearly twice the manpower. To align this face of the cube, you must stop thinking like a player and start thinking like a coach. Your job is very simply to create the team that wins the game with you. Layer 5 is where you achieve true mastery over your assets. This is infinite investing. It's about creating systems that generate returns from nothing, literally turning problems into profit. You see, the infinite investor has learned to create cash flow creatively. They see opportunities where others see only obstacles. Let me give you a powerful example. I was managing a property where 2 of the rooms brought in a combined £850 every single month. Then the council changed the rules on room sizes, and overnight those rooms became illegal to rent. Now, that was an £850 a month problem. Most landlords would panic and they'd literally accept the loss. But an infinite investor asks, how do I turn this obstacle into an opportunity? So we plan to invest just £1,000 in smart technology and convert those 2 illegal bedrooms into rentable private home offices for the other tenants. And guess what? Those 2 office spaces using a tariff system were positioned to generate £1,000 per month, thus making more money after the obstacle than we were making before. That is the power of infinite investing. It's the ability to look at a financial hole and see a gold mine. It's about understanding that the rules of the game might change, but your ability to create value never has to. Your tactical step at this layer is to reframe every problem. An obstacle is not a barrier, it's a creative challenge waiting for your brilliant solution. We've arrived at the final layer of the cash flow cube. This is where we move beyond personal wealth and into building true legacy. I call this immortal investing. The first 5 layers are about building an economic engine that works for you. And this final layer is about ensuring that the engine continues to work for the next generation to come and the generation after that. It's about investing for your children and your children's children. You know, the Bible says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And this is not just about leaving behind money or property, it's about also leaving behind knowledge and wisdom. It's about passing on the process. The immortal investor has mastered their teams. They've mastered the 3 types of money, and they've mastered their systems. Now, their primary focus is on documenting that mastery. They create a playbook, a family trust, a system of education so that the next generation doesn't have to start all the way at layer 1 with the jumbled cube all over again. They can start at layer 4 or layer 5, standing on the foundation that were built before them. You see, you are not just giving them a fish, you're giving them the entire perfected fishing vessel with a map of where the best fish are for them to go fishing. Your tactical step here is to think beyond yourself. Start documenting your processes. Start teaching your family what you know. Build a portfolio that doesn't just survive you, but thrives because of the wisdom you embedded within it. That is how you achieve immortality as an investor. So there you have it, the 6 layers of the cash flow cube. From the accidental investor just trying to stay afloat to the immortal investor literally building a multi-generational legacy. You now have the complete algorithm to take your own jumbled portfolio and align every single face, literally turning it into a perfectly solved cash flowing machine. For beginners, what I recommend is that you start with layer 1 and focus on mastering 1 layer at a time. On my channel, I have other videos breaking down all of these pieces, so make sure to check those out. But if you want the full curriculum, the hands-on training to truly master this algorithm and transform your financial future, I strongly recommend you join our Cash Flow Creation Week. It's a 5-day deep dive where we give you the science, the skills, and the systems to become a master cash flow creator. There is a link in the description for you to join. Remember, small keys open big doors. Good day and God bless.